Have you ever noticed that suffocating moment during Jungkook's final live broadcast, when Taehyung's expression suddenly shifted, and he could no longer hide his emotions? Behind the laughter and casual interaction we saw on screen, there were subtle details that often go unnoticed, from the slight tremble in his voice to the meaningful glances that hinted at something far deeper than a temporary farewell. In this analysis, we will break down every crucial second of that emotional support moment to uncover the true reason behind Taehyung's tears that managed to touch the hearts of millions of fans around the world. Watch the continuation of this video and don't miss it. Before we start, make sure you're ready to love this moments. Welcome to V Effect, a deep analysis of the emotional moment that unfolded during Jungkook's final live broadcast reveals layers of feeling far beyond a simple interaction between group members. When Taehyung was seen shedding tears, the atmosphere shifted from a formal farewell into a manifestation of a profound emotional bond that had been nurtured over many years. Those tears became a wordless language, expressing just how much space Jungkook occupies in Taehyung's life, reflecting a connection that goes beyond ordinary friendship. Taehyung's presence in that session revealed a vulnerability he rarely shows openly on camera. Every glance he gave Jungkook was filled with pride and an intense tenderness, as if he were watching a part of his own soul speaking to the world. The tremble in Taehyung's voice as he responded to Jungkook's words suggested an emotional weight he was carrying, a love so immense that it could no longer be contained by his outward composure. This moment stood as clear evidence of how Taehyung sees Jungkook as an irreplaceable emotional pillar in his daily life. The love he holds for him is a blend of protective older brother instincts and the admiration of a true friend. The sadness in his eyes reflected pure empathy, as if every burden Jungkook felt was mirrored within Taehyung with equal intensity. Throughout every second of the broadcast, viewers could sense Taehyung trying to remain strong to provide moral support. Yet sincere love rarely compromises, and the tears that fell symbolized an honest acknowledgement of how precious Jungkook's presence is to him. There was no pretense in that expression, only genuine emotion from someone afraid of losing those warm shared moments. An analysis of Taehyung's gestures shows how closely he paid attention to every subtle detail in Jungkook's expressions during the live. It was as if he could read what lay behind Jungkook's smile, understanding exhaustion or anxiety that others might overlook. Such emotional sensitivity only comes from loving wholeheartedly, where the happiness and sadness of the person you love become the center of your world. Taehyung's sadness did not stem from uncertainty about the future, but from the depth of the memories they had built together. He cried because he realized how far they had come, and how significant Jungkook's role has been in shaping who he is today. Each tear represented a chapter of cherished memories, shared laughter, and promises to always be there for one another. The emotional support Taehyung offered went beyond encouraging words. It was conveyed through a physical presence filled with affection. Even within the same professional space, Jungkook is for Taehyung a home where he can be his unfiltered self. Losing that comfort, even temporarily in a public context, carried a deeply emotional impact for someone who values that closeness so much. Though Taehyung is often known for his unique and artistic personality, in this moment he was simply a human being loving with extraordinary depth. His tears were the most honest form of art, illustrating the beauty of having someone so meaningful that even a small separation feels deeply painful. His focus remained on Jungkook's emotional well-being, highlighting the selflessness that defines deep love. Throughout this moment, it became clear that Taehyung did not wish to hide his pain. He wanted Jungkook to know he wasn't alone. By allowing himself to cry, Taehyung was in fact giving strength, showing that sadness is a natural part of loving someone deeply. The courage to cry in front of millions stands as one of the strongest proofs of his dedication. Taehyung's immense love seemed to create a protective aura around Jungkook, as if he wanted to shield him from any harm. His tears were silent prayers, wishing for Jungkook's happiness and strength. In Taehyung's eyes, Jungkook is a precious gem to be protected, and every emotion he displayed reflected that loving responsibility he carries willingly. Their on-screen interaction revealed a deeply synchronized dynamic, where even a single breath from Jungkook could trigger an emotional response in Taehyung. This shows that their hearts move on the same wavelength, allowing Jungkook's sadness to resonate instantly within Taehyung. Crying became his body's way of releasing emotions too overwhelming for words. We also saw how Taeyong tried to lighten the mood with small jokes, yet his teary eyes betrayed his true feelings. He wanted to remain a source of brightness for Jungkook, but his love was too strong to hide behind a cheerful facade. This emotional honesty is what made the moment so iconic and deeply moving. In the end, Taeyong's tears were a tribute to the extraordinary bond they share. He cried because he knows Jungkook is someone truly special, someone who has brought immeasurable color into his life. That love is not only about joy, but also about the willingness to share sorrow, and Taeyong proved he is ready to do so. Every tear that fell was like a visual love letter, showing the world how sincerely he supports Jungkook. He did not care about image or judgment. His sole focus was ensuring Jungkook felt deeply loved. This is the essence of their bond, one that will not fade with time or circumstance. Through this emotional moment, we learn that Taeyong's love for Jungkook is a powerful force in their lives. Tears are not a sign of weakness, but a symbol of a heart capable of loving profoundly. Even after the broadcast ended, the echo of his affection remained, carrying a timeless message that wherever Jungkook goes, Taeyong's heart will always follow with endless love and prayers. Behind the dazzling glare of stage lights and the ever-watchful cameras, there exists a private world that belongs only to the two of them, a space where Taeyong and Jungkook are free to express the depth of their emotions. In those quiet moments, warm embraces become a language of their own, easing the exhaustion that comes after demanding schedules. Taeyong often pulls Jungkook into a tight hug, a gesture that is more than just affection. It's his way of ensuring that they still have each other as the safest place to return to. These behind-the-scenes moments are filled with gestures of affection that feel more intimate and sincere, where soft kisses on the forehead or cheek become symbols of Taeyong's protection over Jungkook. These small yet meaningful actions reflect how deeply Taeyong cherishes Jungkook's presence in his life, treating him like something truly precious. Without the need for poetic words, those physical expressions alone are enough to show that their bond has reached a level where their souls seem to resonate on the same unshakable frequency of love. Their closeness in private spaces often reveals a softer, more affectionate side of Jungkook, while Taeyong remains someone who is always ready to give his full attention. They spend time leaning on each other, sharing quiet whispers filled with laughter, or simply enjoying the silence within a comforting embrace. In those moments, there are no roles of idol or public image, only two individuals who care deeply for one another, creating a small world filled with warmth and a strong sense of belonging. Their off-camera bond becomes the foundation that makes their public interactions feel so genuine and emotional. Every hug and gentle kiss shared in private becomes a source of strength, allowing them to stand firm amid the pressures of the industry. In the end, Taeyong's love for Jungkook can be seen as a story of unconditional devotion, where every private moment they share becomes an emotional investment that shapes their connection into one of the most beautiful stories ever told. Leave your positive comments here. The best comment will be pinned as a way to honor their love. Thank you to everyone who continues to support this channel. May God reward all of your kindness. This video reflects my personal opinion and interpretation. It is made for entertainment purposes only and does not represent confirmed facts.